Hello folks, this is my first video I'm going to be doing. Hard to see, I know, but anyhow, this blade here is from JM Wand from the States. Let's see if we can get some there. It's not bad. Get a close up, a little dark up that way, but not sure if you're getting any. Yeah, nothing. You get more down here with the light on it. But anyhow, it's a little petty. It's nice. I just did this up. It wasn't sharp on the heel. He sent it up. I asked him not to sharpen it. He sent it up so I can sharpen it on my natural stones. And I did it up on 1,000 grit. Was my first stone. Right now, I'm using a natural alto. This is about 2K. She's a, see if we can get a, yeah, kind of dark, isn't it? Anyhow, she's a beautiful stone. Here you go. There you go. A little better. She's a nice stone. Most Japanese stones, you just put a little bit of water. You can use Nagaro, but I'm not going to do it on this. And what I've done is set the first bevel on this, and easy, I'm just grabbing it that way, spine, bringing it this way, pressure going on the backstroke, light coming back. When you turn it over, you're taking it this way, and you're bringing it this way. And same thing. When you get to the tip, all you're doing is lifting you got to lift up on your elbow. Again, back this way. So we'll let the angle that I got, for some that are finding it hard to get an angle, use pennies. 2 pennies, 3, whatever you think is going to get it. 2 pennies is going to be an awful shallow. 2 pennies is going to be something like 10 degrees, 11 degrees. That's going to be for your Japanese Nikaris. Takeda, most of his are like that, really super sharp, right? They hold, but that's because of the Rockwell. The Rockwell hardness of the blade is usually around 62, 63, sometimes 64. So they can hold a super edge and it won't fold. Where some knives, if they're not a good quality steel, you make an edge that's that narrow, like that fine, down at 10 degrees, it's going to roll. The edge is just going to roll real quick. Basically, the same thing you get as a burr when you're setting up and you're getting a burr. It'll just roll. But this one, I figured about 4 pennies, which is like that, and I'll show you so you can see it on this. See the angle there? Here, pull it up a little higher there. That's about the angle you're going to get. That's what you want, right? Right about like that. I'll take them out because I don't use them. But this alto absorbs the water pretty good. All I'm doing, literally, I'll hold it down, get my edge, pressure is when I go up. I release it coming back. Lifting up the elbow on the tip, not by much, and back down for this. Never, your wrist should be part of your arm. It should never move. It shouldn't rotate. You shouldn't get this, because that's what gives you the unsteadiness. That's what changes your angle, right? You should rotate. Your wrist should be locked in. Literally, if you can lock it in, pinch grip like this on your knife, I prefer a little bit up, these smaller knives, right, like that. Roll it, hold it, and keep it there. I try not to talk that much because of my voice, but I got a nice lapel mic now, so you should be able to hear my voice a little bit better than last time. I'm just going to do a little bit. This rock is something smooth. When you're feeling the burr, already have it on the heel, midway, little there, none here, little there, so the tip needs more. Not sure if you can see the smoke coming up there. I got a nice little Japanese incense going. It's nice. So I'll get a little more pressure in here to get it, to get what I need. Not a super fast cutter, but it's a nice stone. Again, the only way to get it is lift it and see how I get my elbow up. Because if you don't, you're not going to get that tip. And all you're going to do is round it. A good friend of mine who's I'd call him a pretty damn accomplished sharpener, Pete Nolan. And Pete does a lot of knives. He taught me that real quick. You learn from a good instructor, and it's well worth it. Just walking your fingers up the blade. You know. I think the biggest mistake, even I make it, I haven't been doing it that long, doing blades, is you don't spend enough time on it. Don't be shy to take off a little steel and get it done right. Alright, perfect. The tip is nice, got it. Now what you want to do, make sure the stones get some nice water on it again. Now what you want to do is you're going to hold it this way. This is all you're doing. And now, right, pressure is on the back stroke when you're coming back this way. Again, get the angle. There's no hurry. You'll see guys going along because they're either know what they're doing and they've been doing it a long time, or they think they have to go fast. Let the stone do the cutting. You'll see this has got a nice heel on it. I don't know if you can see see if I can get it up in the light here for you. My hand out of the way. See that? Really nice heel on it. Makes it a lot easier on this stone. Doesn't grab. It'll catch the back end of the heel and cut into the stone. You don't want to do that. This knife couldn't cut even a piece of paper when I used it, when I first got it. Right, didn't take long to get the burr up. Now, what you want to do now, because you're doing it this way so the burr's on this side, right? So you want to do trailing edges, nice, easy. Very light, just the lightness of the knife. That's all I'm doing. Just to take away the burr. And same with this one. Leading away. So you're not cutting or deforming anything you did. Now, I had a piece of paper. That's simple, that's beautiful. That's about a 2 to 4K, but this thing couldn't cut nothing. There's not a ragged edge, nothing on that piece. It just cuts super. A push, I'm just pushing straight down. A pull, an angled cut. Perfect. That's just 2 to 4 right now with that alto. That's all. That's a beautiful 2 to 4K alto. Set that off. Now, I got tons. This is a Tashima Nagura. This is 4 to 6K. This is a beautiful stone. I don't know, see if you can, beautiful. I mean, it's all solid right through. I'll get a video later, use my iPad and I'll put the stones out underneath the light. But this is a rock, this puppy. I reach underneath there. Slide that in tight so it doesn't move. This is super smooth, this stone. This will put a nice little, now if you want it, later on when you're using a knife after a year or whatever, you're removing steel. A lot of people think it's just the edge, but as you're folding it and putting a burr on your blade, right? As you're putting there's your blade, as you're putting a burr on either side, and that gives you your sharp edge once you take that burr off, that's a piece of steel gone, right? So this triangled piece of knife, this edge, hard to see in the light here, this edge is slowly going to get coming up. So where the thinness of the blade, it's going to get thicker and thicker. So you got to thin this knife out. Not this one in particular, because it's brand new, made by JM Wand, and I'm quite impressed with it. Good price. He's on my Facebook page if you ever want to hit him up. But you got to thin them out. And how to thin them out, you literally lay it flat. Yes, you're going to, it's got a nice mirror finish on it, but that's what finger stones and that are for, to bring back your mirror finish or your polish. These are working knives. If you want a pretty knife, then you have to go buy a pretty knife and never use it. But you lay it down and you take it off. You got to thin it out at the primary bevel, and your secondary bevel is going to be right down nice. That's going to be your main edge. But this head, that's the main edge. It's the first time using it, so I'm not worrying. And I did do that right here. I started it just for the hell of it. Hard to see, but it's nice. But anyhow, this knife is just about ready for anything, but I'm going to put another nice little edge on it. Again, pinch her up nice, hold her, keep your wrist straight, up the center of the stone, get your angle. Oh man, this stone's a dream. Wow. This is some nice stone. I got this at Tosho Knife Arts in Toronto. My friend John from there, he got her. He picked out the stones for me that I wanted for the job I'm doing. And as you go up into higher grits, you're not gonna, the burr is gonna be so fine, it's gonna be harder and harder to feel it. So that's when you start using counts, almost like you do in razor hones. That's where you start counting your strokes instead. Basically now you're just polishing that fine edge that you just did. This will be last stone I'll do. You can hear it. It's cutting. But it is some friggin' nice. The difference with Japanese stones and synthetics, yeah, they cut, yeah, they can give mirror polishes and stuff, but not like a Japanese stone. To smell it, you can smell the difference of them, like an earthy smell, I guess. And just a feeling, they're almost like glass, but they also give feedback. You can feel it. You can definitely see it. Oh yeah. Again, you can see that I lift up on my, sort of lift up my shoulder a bit. That's, some people got a different way. My bench is a little higher than normal. All right. I do the trailing edge. Trailing edge, just pull her back away from the blade tip, and blade edge. Most of you know that, but this is for people that don't, never seen knife sharpening with a I got strops, leather strops, I got diamond sprays, I got everything you can use. Sort of tears a bit. You find an area right there. So I got a little bit more I got to do on that. Nice gray slurry comes off of this. Pretty cool.